Have you ever lifted weights or done some sort of weight training in the gym? And it's super hard, right? The more weight you put on the bar, the heavier it becomes, and it becomes harder and harder to actually lift the bar. When looking at the social hazard section of this year's report, I thought about the weight, the pressure, and the burdens on New Zealand families. The social hazard section covers 4 different key areas: alcohol, drugs, gambling, and financial hardship. Overall, all of these figures showed some really bad negative results. And these figures really illustrated our costs of living theme because they pointed to the damage that things like addictions or bad financial decisions is having on our families. In terms of what could be deemed encouraging results in the last year, well, firstly, alcohol consumption has remained pretty constant in the last year. Hazardous drinking behaviors has declined slightly for nearly all the groups that we monitor. Convictions for cannabis and methamphetamine have declined, and fewer people are withdrawing from their KiwiSaver funds for hardship reasons. But balanced against all of this are some really worrying trends. For example, there's more ready-to-drink spirit-based drinks that are available for consumption, and these are often targeted and marketed to young people. Hazardous drinking remains a challenge for many groups, including Māori, with 1 in every 3 Māori adults classed as a hazardous drinker. The detection of methamphetamine in wastewater has increased again in the last year. And all forms of gambling that we monitor has surged in the last year, especially with the increasing losses that are made on pokie machines. The existing pokie machines that we have in the country are more profitable and are centralized in communities with high levels of social deprivation. More people are accessing credit and loans for purchases to supplement their incomes in this extremely difficult financial environment. And debt to government remains a real issue for many New Zealanders. For example, in 2020, 713,000 New Zealanders owed a debt to government. And a lot of that debt was to MSD. For example, MSD is the most common form of debt to government. And over 60% of MSD fines or debt is owed by people who have children at home. In the end, all of these are heavy costs that are like that weightlifting image that I shared earlier. They're adding greater stress, weight, pressure, and burdens on families and people facing some challenging times. But this story isn't completely hopeless. See, family, that's the beauty of the gospel of Jesus Christ. There is hope in the hardest and heaviest situations. And the Salvation Army sees every day powerful stories of freedom, wholeness, healing, and hope from people through Jesus Christ, the gospel of Jesus Christ, and people coming through our social services, especially in the services that we provide in alcohol and drug abuse, gambling harm, and financial hardship.